Alkenes and alkynes. Saturated hydrocarbon are the alkanes and cycloalkanes with single CC bonds or carbon-to-carbon bonds. It has the maximum number of hydrogen atoms attached to each carbon atom. Unsaturated hydrocarbon have fewer hydrogen atoms attached to the carbon chain than alkenes, and are alkenes with double bonds and alkynes with triple bonds. Example of these are ethene and ethyne. Naming alkene. So how do we name alkene? First, we need to change the ending to "-ine" and use the corresponding alkene name. So for example, ethene, its common name is ethylene, propene, propylene, and cyclohexene that doesn't have common name. Ethene, ethylene, is an alkene with formula C2H4, has two carbon atoms connected by a double bond, has two H atoms bonded to each C atoms. This flat with all C and H atoms in the same plane, and is used to accelerate the writing roots. Naming alkynes. So how do we name alkynes? Use the corresponding alkene name and change the ending to "-ine". For example, ethyne and its common name acetylene. Propane is a common name. Comparison of names for alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. For alkane, ethane, alkene, ethene or ethylene, alkyne, ethyne or acetylene. For alkane again, propane, alkene, propene, alkyne, propyne.
Naming alkenes and alkynes. Guide to naming alkenes and alkynes. Step 1. Name the longest carbon chain with a double or triple bond. Step 2. Number the carbon chain starting from the end near a double or triple bond. Step 3. Give the location and name of each substituent alphabetical order as a prefix to the name if needed. Example of naming alkenes. Gamitin natin ang mga step kapag mag-name tayo ng alkene. Step 1. Name the longest carbon chain with a double or triple bond. Itong compound na to ay mayroong 4 na carbon atom na carbon-to-carbon double bond. Therefore, the name of this compound is butane. Step 2. Number the chain from the end near the double or triple bond. Step 3. Give the location and the name of the double or triple bond. The double bond starts at number 1, and so we call it but1-ine. Isa pang example. Step 1. Name the longest carbon chain with double or triple bond. Since we have another 4 carbon atoms with carbon-to-carbon double bond, therefore the name of this compound is butane. Step 2. Number the chain from the end near the double or triple bond. Step 3. Give the location and name of the double or triple bond. The double bond starts at number 2, so we call it but2-ine. Last example. Step 1. Name the longest carbon chain with a double or triple bond. This compound has 5 carbon atoms with carbon-to-carbon triple bond. Therefore, the name of this compound is pentyne. Step 2. Number the chain from the end near the double or triple bond. Step 3. Give the location and name of the double or triple bond. The triple bond starts at number 2. And so, we call it pent2-ine.
The procedure in naming alkenes with substituents is almost similar with the previous example. Step 1. Name the longest carbon chain. Step 2. Number the chain from the end near the double or triple bond. Step 3. Give the location and name of the substituent and double or triple bond. In this example, we will begin with determining the longest carbon chain containing the double bond. The longest chain contains 6 carbons, so the name is hexene. Step 2. We will start numbering at the left going to right because it is where the nearest double bond is located. Step 3. Give the location of double bond. The double bond is between carbon number 2 and 3. The attached group contains 2 carbons, so it is called methyl. So the name of the organic compound is 2,5-dimethylhex-2-ene. Here is another example. Step 1. Begin with determining the longest carbon chain containing the double bond. The longest chain contains 4 carbons, so the name is butene. Step 2. We will start numbering at the left going to right because it is where the double bond is located. Step 3. Give the location of the double bond. The double bond is in between the carbon number 3 and 4. The attached group contains 3 carbons, so it is called methyl. So the name of the organic compound is 2,2,4-trimethylbat-3-ene. And last example, step 1. Begin with determining the longest carbon chain containing triple bond. The longest chain contains 4 carbons, so the name is butane. Step 2. We will start numbering at the right going to left because it is where the triple bond is located. Step 3. Give the location of the triple bond. The triple bond is at carbon number 1. The attached group contains 1 carbon, so it is called methyl, located at carbon number 1. And so, the name of the organic compound is 3-methyl-bat-1-ene.
Hex-2-ene, the reason for such name is because the longest chain of carbon atoms is 6. Hence, as indicated as the prefix in naming alkenes, the lowest possible number will be used to describe the double bond. And in this case, it is located at the second carbon atom from the left. Number 2 will be used in naming it. Hex-1-ene, the explanation for this name is that 6 is the longest chain of carbon atoms. The lowest possible number will be used to identify the double bond when named alkenes, and in this case is located at the second carbon atom on the left. The number 1 will be used to label it. Hex-2-ene naming alkynes is similar to naming others hydrocarbons, except that alkynes have triple bond. The number of the backbone carbon atoms is 6, meaning that the prefix would be used. The lowest possible number location of the triple bond is seen in the second carbon atom from the left. Therefore, following the general rules is naming hydrocarbons, the number will be placed at the beginning. 2,3-dimethyl-2-pentane. The longest possible chain of carbon atoms is 5, located at the second and third atom from the right are metal. The use of 2 and 3 to describe it. The number 2 would be used naming this alkene. First, the 2 metals should be pairs. The number are separate by comma and the term dimethyl by a dash. Prefix T is used as to indicate that there are 2 metals along the chain. This will be followed by a dash, separating the number location of the double bond, and other dash to separate it from name of alkenes, which is pentane.